once I've done work for a client, let's say, and I know that they're kind of a big budget client, and like this is for an example from my personal repertoire, our stories. So I did, like, one of my first clients out of the into the freelance waters was a bigger client. And but of course I was nervous, and I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to price things. So I didn't price crazy low, but definitely I realized after, wow, like I should have been pricing much higher. And now they're still a client because they're happy, and we're still doing work together. And I'm kind of like slowly like inching my prices up every time they ask for a project. Is that what I should be doing, or
totally? Totally. Your prices go up over time. Your prices go up over time. You get more experienced, more capable of producing results for your client, and more demand for your time. And those things, those variables create a higher price for you. Supply and demand is one of it's Econ Class 101, day one. The first thing they're going to talk to you about is supply and demand.
I remember that class,
Exactly. I remember that class too. I got a D, but I remember that.
Me too.
I know. I remember that. And I remember the what's it called? All right. Well, I'll get to it in a second when it comes back to me.
Okay.
But supply and demand is the fundamental principle in economics on day one. Now, there are a lot of other economic principles, but as you get more and more clients, your demand increases and you start saying yes, so your supply of time to do work for them gets smaller, so that drives your price up. Now, what do you do when you have a drought in your business? And all of a sudden it's been 2 months and you don't have a new project and you're panicking as a freelancer? What happens? Your supply has gotten bigger and your demand has gone down. So what do you do to increase demand? You lower your price to be able to increase demand of your services. And we see this happen all the time as freelancers. When you're young and brand new and just trying to find your first few clients, you have low demand and high supply. So what should you do? Price yourself so competitively that you undercharge other people doing the work, because you want to create demand for your services. Now, over time, your demand increases because you start getting these lower cost clients, your supply decreases. So what do? You up your price to decrease demand and try and balance out the supply. Now, that principle alone can help you understand how does my current situation affect my pricing decisions. And you should never feel bad about pricing things cheap to land clients, as long as you're pricing them to profitability. And that was the first variable that I talked about. What does it cost me to produce this? Well, we said with you, $1,100 to produce a logo, even though you don't even design logos, but $1,100 to produce a logo, that's your floor. Now, if you have no demand, that is a price that you should feel comfortable charging. But if you're doing 10 logos this month and you barely have any time to do them, then let's make that price $10,000 because your supply is smaller. So anyway, there's a little supply and demand mindset that goes into where you price things as well.